Hey people. So, this lighting is not so well. I don't have a ring light as of yet. But I'm gonna do something. I got some better lighting now that I typically don't do. I typically don't do because I have Nikita Black, which is my artist name. I have that reputation to maintain. I'm an owner of a cafe called Matcha Madness Cafe. I'm currently litigating. I don't know if I'll ever recover from the business losses that I suffered from the pandemic and from a greedy individual who basically committed a crime against me of European descent. And I made a comment the other day when I saw Jill Scott express herself. And the comment would make it appear as if I'm unaffected by the discrimination that goes on here in America towards indigenous people, towards brown people. But today I got a phone call. Today I got a phone call from a development that is owned by Shaquille O'Neal. Now, I don't know Shaquille personally, but I love watching his content. I respect him as an individual that has worked hard, who has established a legacy for himself, for his children. And when I found out that he developed a new development in his hometown, my admiration went up for him even more. I got involved in this town and I went to the city council meetings, and I'm not heavily involved because I'm still recovering. I was drastically impacted financially with my business, and that's just a tip of the iceberg. Before I even got into the position of having a cafe, I got through domestic violence, I got through homelessness, I got through the foster care system. I've been getting through my entire, so far, 40 years. You see my content, I'm laughing, I'm cheerful. It's a conscious decision every day to not allow the situations that I've survived, to not allow the the neglect, the abuse, the healing, the trauma to turn me bitter. It's a conscious decision every day. It's work. I get up every morning and I decide to be happy. I decide to look at the things that I'm grateful for. But this phone call I got today, when I made the decision to exercise, that's what I was doing. I went to the park. I And I don't know who you are, but I'm having a moment right now. And I really can't allow you to come in. Thank you, Izzy. I appreciate that. Um, I got a phone call. I applied to Shaquille's development in the city of Newark in the state of New Jersey because when I went to the meeting, they said, they have affordable housing units. And I said, you know what? I'm in the position right now to qualify for affordable housing. So I'm going to apply for affordable housing right now. And I reached out to their management team. They responded quickly. They gave me the information. I filled out the application. I did all was supposed to be the right things, right? And then I got a phone call today after I scheduled a viewing. Now, I've been viewing apartments all over because 2 years after the illegal lockout of my cafe, of my business, 2 years afterwards, I finally had something to the side. And instead of taking a vacation or instead of um, doing something for me, I sacrificed once more. I gave it to an attorney to litigate for my cafe, Matcha Madness Cafe. The attorney told me that if they don't settle, this litigation could go on for 2 to 3 years. And it just started this year, March. So it's very, very new in the process. What do I do the 2 or 3 years where there is no living wages available for a former foster child who happened not to have a college degree? Because instead of focusing on school, I decided to focus on my son. And while I was focusing on my son, I made a poor choice in choosing a mate and choosing a husband. And me and my son was abused for many, many years until I left. And then I still didn't have anybody, so I had to figure it out. And I've been figuring it out, getting it through. So this lady who called me this morning while I was at the park about to work out told me, listen, we have to cancel Monday. I don't want to waste your time, and I don't want you to waste our time. Because you applied for an affordable unit, we can't show you a unit. And I said, excuse me, ma'am? Isn't that a bit discriminatory? What do you mean you can't show me a unit? It's in the same building. This is a brand new building. Well, that is just our policy. That is just what we have in place. These are my directives to contact you and inform you of that. You can contact them for a showing. Them who? You could contact compliance. I was like, wait a minute. What do you mean? You said you got the email that I applied for affordable housing. She was like, well, yeah, I did because it comes through a general system. And I said, listen, with all due respect, I'm not the typical affordable housing renter. I'm actually a business owner, and I'm actually litigating right now. And although it could take some time, I want to keep my options open. Very professional, because this is what I am. This is what I do. And you know what she told me? I doubt that it's going to change anything, but I will inform the office manager. And I waited on hold for a few minutes. That was about 10 o'clock this morning. I had a scheduled conference call at 10 o'clock. That call came in while I was holding. I took the call. I expressed my disappointment in the discrimination of a man that I respect so much, and he didn't do it. I'm pretty sure he's not even aware of it. He's not even aware because he hired whoever these people are to manage his properties. He hired them. He's not managing his properties. Shaquille O'Neal ain't managing his own properties. He hired these people to manage his properties. And they're there discriminating against people who have different financial status. They're there discriminating against people who have to apply for affordable units because they're not making a living wage. And it's sad and it's fucked up. And I talked to a trusted friend who worked many, many years, an older lady, worked many, many years in housing. And she told me, that's normal, baby. They told us the ratio of people that we rent to should be blah, blah, blah. And it wasn't even in regards to their financial status. It was in regards to the color of their skin. This is America. I am indigenous, and I am sick and tired of working, paying taxes, and still facing discriminatory actions. Enough is enough. She advised me, just wait and see if you get the apartment. And if you get the apartment, then it's a blessing, baby. But if you don't get it, then complain. I waited for the lady who I spoke with to call me back. It's 6:10 right now. I waited all day. I waited all day and I came inside of my friend's place and I couldn't stay quiet. I had to say something. So here I am venting and saying something. I don't know if Shaquille will ever see this. I don't know, you know, but I want to encourage people that even when it gets hard and you want to stay quiet because you don't know if you're going to be in a worse situation, I encourage you to speak the fuck up. I encourage you to speak up. I encourage you to speak your truth. I encourage you to stand for what's right because regardless of the foolery that we see happening here in this land, here in America, here all over the freaking world, it's temporary. It's temporary. It has to get better. So I'm going to continue to decide every day to focus on the happiness, to focus on the joy, to have somewhere safe. This is There's so many people outside. You come to New York City, you will see so many people. You will see elderly people, you see young people, you see people out there with their pets just living on the street. And we have so many resources here in this country. It doesn't make any common sense. Part of me having a cafe and becoming a business owner was to position myself to make a change. It's not a huge change, not a big change where millions and millions of people will be impacted. Who knows? But just a little bit. Just a little bit. If you go and Google my cafe right now, Matcha Madness Cafe, you will see just the few people that I interacted with, the time that I was open and operated, how I made a difference in their day and in their lives. And I don't know who they are. They could be teachers, they could be firemen, they could have the influence of hundreds and thousands of people. So my positive impact to them could ripple effect a positive impact to many. And that's why I choose to be positive and I choose to be happy. And I choose to focus on the things that I do have and to be grateful. I know Shaquille is not aware, but I hope Shaquille does better with choosing his management team. You don't want a team that's just good with the books. You want them to be good with the books and good with their hearts. You think Shaquille's building is the only luxury building that I have viewed? I've been viewing luxury buildings ever since I hired the attorney in March. Because I'm like, listen, it could take 2 to 3 years, but I have faith that I'm winning. I have faith that my cafe is reopening. I have faith that the big dreams and the big visions for my cafe are coming to fruition. And I'm not going to give up. I'm not going to give up. I'm going to keep on moving forward. And I didn't experience any of that anywhere. I viewed condos in the financial district, brand new buildings, brand new condos, was treated with respect. I carry myself with respect. I carry myself with grace. I carry myself with elegance. And yes, I'm a bit upset right now. And typically, you know what I do typically? I cry by myself. Cry by myself. Don't let nobody see this part of me. And after I get through the process and I release, I just carry on. But today, something in my spirit told me, you have to share this because this has to stop. We have to do better collectively. No way. I couldn't see myself in a position working for a company, get a directive. Something in that lady's spirit had to tell her what she was doing was wrong. Especially after she had a conversation with me and I was articulate, I was professional in my tone, something should have clicked within her. Something to say, this is not right. Let her come in. What harm? Please tell me what harm could be done showing an individual a unit, a property location that they have applied for. What harm? And then you know what she had the nerve to tell me? That the affordable units are different than the market rate units. This is a brand new development. Why are the affordable units different than the market units? Why? That don't even make any sense to me. It's brand new. You didn't redevelop a standing property. You built this property. This property was developed from the ground up. I seen it go from the ground up. I seen the progress of it. And when I became aware that it was connected to Shaquille O'Neal, I said, oh, this is a reputable brother. So this will be a reputable management company. And I will be treated with respect and dignity. And I have all these amazing amenities and yada yada. Those are my thoughts. Those are my positive thoughts that I had in my mind. Never in a million years would I thought I would get a phone call and get denied access because of my application for an affordable unit. And even after I explained that I'm a business owner, I'm just litigating right now. This litigation could go on for a couple of years. What am I supposed to do? I still need somewhere to live. I still need somewhere to stay. Fucked up. We gotta do better. You see this right here? This is my indigenous roots. This land gotta do better. We gotta do better. Whatever position you are in, do your best. Don't look down upon people. You don't know what put people in the situations that they're in where they just give up. And I don't even know why I haven't. It's by the grace of God I haven't. Because God knows I've thought about it many times. That conversation today with that lady, that she denied me a viewing based on an application to an affordable unit and told me that that was the law. Because I asked, I said, is that a New Jersey state law thing? Because I'm a native New Yorker, so I don't know, maybe the law is different over there. She said, yep, and that's our policy. And she put me on hold, never came back, never called back, nothing. Everybody that's in a financial bind doesn't mean they're less than a human being. That's all I want to say today. Y'all take care and please do better. And I'm going to continue to do better.